top stories, Foreign Minister participates in CARICOM Canada Foreign Ministers Group meeting. Farmers and fishers benefit from government assistance program. And community health team undergoing training for vaccine administration. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Ease the squeeze with Digicel. Win $1,000 in groceries monthly. Get your chance when you activate any Digicel Prime bundle, pay your bill in full, sign up for a new postpaid or home entertainment package, or simply just join the Digicel family. It's that simple. Be one of 4 lucky winners selected every month from January to March to participate in our Ease the Squeeze shopping sweepstakes. Digicel gives you more so you can ease the squeeze. Digicel, better together.
Without limits, happy and free. The skin you're in with no apology. The one to seize the day. Grab an LLB, live, love, be. With LLB, live, love, be. Live, love, be. Be who you know you can be. Grab an LLB, live, love, be. Angostura, lemon, lime and bitters, live, love, be.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Scotty Sear Hendrickson. Honorable Mark Brantley, Minister of Foreign Affairs for St. Kitts and Nevis, led a delegation to the inaugural meeting of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM Canada Foreign Ministers Group, held virtually on February 19, 2021. CARICOM foreign ministers met with their Canadian counterparts, the Honorable Mark Garneau, in the first virtual CARICOM Canada meeting of foreign ministers. The foreign ministers' dialogue focused on the COVID-19 pandemic and equitable access to vaccines, economic recovery and inclusive growth, and climate resilience and sustainability, all key elements in the region's effort to build back better. In leading the discussion on COVID-19, Building Back Better, Foreign Minister Brantley thanked the Government of Canada for its assistance in helping to strengthen the region's ability to respond to the range of challenges posed by COVID-19 through the provision of PPE and ongoing support through the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CAFA. Minister Brantley highlighted 3 critical and actionable areas for cooperation: health systems, vaccine access, and economic impact. Given the profound impact of the pandemic on the travel and tourism industry in St. Kitts and Nevis, Minister Brantley seized on the opportunity to call for the resumption of flights from Canada at the earliest possible opportunity, as well as the continuation of technical dialogue that began last year between Canada and CARICOM on safe travel and tourism. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources, Ron Collins, said that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis has delivered well to farmers and fisherfolk and will continue to support them under the Farmer and Fisherfolk Assistance Program. He said the assistance program, made possible by the federal government, has made available funds to support the activities in helping farmers overcome some of the challenges they face.
Farmers and fishers have benefited greatly from the stimulus package provided by the government in 2020. The 2020 stimulus package provided assistance to our farmers and fishers by greatly reducing prices on seeds, feed, and seedlings, and in some cases, prices were non-existent, and provided land, wire, and other building materials.
The Permanent Secretary also highlighted the work of the livestock units at the Department of Agriculture.
I must speak to the tremendous work of our livestock unit to provide free treatment and betical to control and arrest the dermatophilosis that decimated much of our livestock. We have seen tremendous success in this area. We continue this year to provide this well-needed support to our livestock farmers.
He said the federal government made a further injection of an additional $3 million for the year 2021 that will serve to ensure that the target of increased production and decreased import bill is achieved. The permanent secretary also noted that the government has provided support by assigning step workers to farmers and fishers to enhance their operations, land preparations, provision of chemical and fertilizers, and repairs of products has also been contributed. The Federation's community health teams are undergoing training for the administrating of the COVID-19 vaccine. This, according to Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws, who was given an update at the most recent edition of the NEOC COVID-19 briefing. She said an appointment system will be put in place for the administration of the vaccines.
Our community health team, meaning our nurse managers, nurse assistants, they are being trained in terms of vaccine administration. So Pan American Health Organization is providing us the technical support in this regard. We have been advised that we should use an appointment system, and so individuals will be given appointments, dates and times when to come in for their vaccine.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws. After the break, Caribbean Lottery donates 3,000 masks to COVID-19 fight, and 2021-2020 Romanian scholarships now available. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Power up in February at Hortswood's Value Mart IGA. Yes, in February, we are giving you 3 ways to power up. 1. Power up your Value Club points in February. Yes, for the first time ever, every Value Club customer will earn double points on all Value Club purchases at Value Mart in St. Kitts, Nevis. 2. Power up in our Power Play, where lucky customers win their purchases free. 3. Power up your savings with the Hortswood's Value Mart Red Tag Value Deals. Yes, power up the savings with huge discounts on select Value Deals items. So, power up your points with double points on all Value Club purchases. Power up your savings with rock bottom prices on our new Red Tag Value Deals, and be a lucky customer to win your purchases free in our Power Play. Power up in February at Hortswood's Value Mart IGA. Don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. The Caribbean Lottery has donated a total of 3,000 KN95 masks, 2,000 to the Ministry of Health and 1,000 to the National COVID-19 Task Force. The presentation was made at the National Emergency Operations Center NEOC press briefing on February 17, 2021. On behalf of the Caribbean Lottery, Sabina Harry-Narain commended the efforts by the Ministry of Health as well as the COVID-19 Task Force in keeping the Federation safe.
To show our commitment to the cause, we would like to donate 2,000 of the KN95 masks to the Ministry of Health and 1,000 of the KN95 masks to the COVID-19 Task Force. We want you so much and applaud all the hard work and effort that you have taken in keeping us safe, especially in these uncertain times.
Medical Chief of Staff at the JNF General Hospital, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson, who accepted the mask on behalf of the ministry, expressed his gratitude to the Caribbean Lottery for such a generous donation.
I want to say how grateful we are for this timely and very important donation. We have said all along that it's the non-pharmaceutical measures that will keep us safe, wearing a mask, social distancing and hand sanitizing, and we cannot have enough masks.
Dr. Wilkinson said that he is happy that the organization has decided to make the donation of 3,000 KN95 masks.
I assure you that these will go a long way in continuing to protect us and preventing the spread of COVID-19. We have done a great job so far, not having any community spread, not having any major hospitalizations or deaths, and this gesture today would go a long way in keeping us in a continued safe manner.
Medical Chief of Staff at the JNF General Hospital, Dr. Cameron Wilkinson. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has informed that the government of Romania is inviting applications to fill scholarships to study at the university in the state of Romania. These scholarships are open to citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs at bachelor's, master's, and doctoral levels. The language of instruction for bachelor's and master's levels is Romanian, for which the government of Romania will include in the scholarship 1 year of study. Doctoral program students will have the option to study in a foreign language. The scholarship will provide for payment of tuition fees, in-dorm accommodation expenses, monthly financial aid of €65 for bachelor's students, €75 for master's students, and €85 for doctoral program students. This scholarships program will not cover the cost of airfare to and from Romania and the cost of ground transportation to and from the university. This program also does not award scholarships in the fields of medicine, dental medicine, and pharmacology. For general guidelines on documents and other elements required for applications, email havana.cons@mae.ro. For more information, interested persons can contact the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The deadline for submission of applications to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is set for Thursday, 8th April 2021. Coming up, COVID deaths in Brazil worsen plight remote communities. Stay tuned.
Get ready for an exciting year with Flow Broadband and TV connecting you at home. Sign up now and get a free Samsung tablet worth over $900. Up to 100 megabits per second blazing internet will keep everyone on top of everything every day. While Flow TV delivers the best home entertainment with the latest shows on demand in HD plus favorites you can record. Visit your nearest Flow store today to sign up for Flow Broadband and TV and get your free Samsung tablet. Conditions apply.
Horseroads Billing and Nevis Centers are making lawn and garden easy. Come to Horseroads Billing and Nevis Center now and get 25% off store-wide on our entire lawn and garden department. Yes! For the months of February and March, Horseroads Billing Center and Nevis Center is making improving your lawn and garden easy. 25% off all garden supplies, garden equipment, garden accessories, including weed eaters, lawnmowers, and much more. Get 25% off all lawn and garden items. Happening now at Horseroads Billing Center in St. Kitts and Nevis. Horseroads Billing and Nevis Centers, making home improvement easy.
Welcome back. The last male member of a once thriving indigenous community in Brazil's Amazon has died of COVID-19. It spells the end of the Juma people as a distinct ethnic group. And as Al Jazeera's Daniel Squimler reports from Buenos Aires, it is just the latest in a long history of loss for indigenous people.
The last shout of the last Juma warrior. 86-year-old Amoim Aruca has died from the COVID-19 virus at a hospital in northwestern Brazil. His passing marks the end of a people, the Juma indigenous community, which once numbered around 15,000. Aruca is survived by his 3 daughters, but they've had to marry into another community because there were no male partners left in their own.
For all of us, for the indigenous people, for those who fought to defend the rights of indigenous communities, the loss of a whole people cannot be measured. It's a huge loss for all the indigenous people of Brazil.
Were several million indigenous inhabitants of what is now the Brazilian Amazon when the first European settlers arrived here more than 500 years ago. The disappearance of the Juma is just the latest tragedy in a catalogue of disease, deforestation, land theft and massacres.
Many indigenous people are dying in Brazil. Many, because we have what we call a government of genocide, of ethnocide, and we hold them responsible for these deaths.
A report out this week says the COVID-19 pandemic has only made the situation worse. That many governments, including Brazil's, are using the crisis as an opportunity to disregard social and environmental safeguards to further erode the rights of indigenous people.
The extent of land invasions has increased rapidly as a result of this encouragement to enter into these lands, is portraying them as lands that are there to be exploited and to be turned into productive agricultural lands.
The report says many governments have criminalised indigenous human rights defenders and facilitated the threat and use of violence against them.
And now with COVID-19, even more so, up to the point where indigenous groups are alleging that this is a case of crimes against humanity and the potential to wipe them out as peoples.
Some of the regional authorities in Brazil have made efforts to reach and vaccinate people in remote, difficult-to-access communities. But critics say they've been hampered by a government that has never taken the pandemic seriously and a society that shows little regard for its original inhabitants. That unless action is taken, the Juma will not be the last indigenous community to disappear. Daniel Schweiner, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Coming up, monsoon floods hit Indonesian capital, forcing 1,300 to evacuate. We'll have the details when we come back.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Welcome back. Severe floods triggered by heavy rainfall have inundated Indonesia's capital. In some parts, homes were submerged by up to 2 meters of water. Suburbs to the east have been worst affected, with city officials saying more than 1,000 people were forced to seek shelter. Al Jazeera's Jessica Washington reports from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Jakarta is the world's fastest sinking city. Every monsoon season is a reminder of the worsening crisis, as large parts of the city are once again submerged. In Jakarta's east, thousands of people were moved to safety as floodwaters reached up to 1.8 meters high in some areas. Rescuers and police worked together to help people escape.
The water in my home is still chest high. All my belongings got flooded. I tried to put them somewhere higher, but then last night the water also went higher.
The Indonesian capital is home to about 10 million people, and thousands are now without power. Many here are so accustomed to this recurring disaster, they choose to wait it out on balconies and roofs.
Flooding is an annual event here in Jakarta. It's something that this community in East Jakarta is well accustomed to. But this year, many communities which have never experienced severe flooding before are doing so for the first time. And scientists say Jakarta's local government must act faster to save this sinking city.
In the relatively affluent area of Kemang, people told Al Jazeera they have never experienced such severe flooding. Jakarta's Governor Anies Baswedan says local authorities are working swiftly to assist everyone.
Our main and top priority is to make sure the people are safe. We don't want to see any casualties, and we've prepared evacuation centres for people who are affected by the torrential rain.
But this crisis is about more than just rain. Experts have criticised the governor for failing to act and for blaming the rain when there are other factors contributing to the floods. River normalisation projects have been delayed and scaled back, despite experts saying they would help ease the annual flooding. And excessive groundwater extraction and the destruction of adequate green spaces mean the city is sinking at an even faster rate.
Jakarta has an obligation to fix its drainage and complete river normalization projects. This is to increase the function and capacity of the rivers, to contain the rainfall without causing floods.
Forced from their homes without their toys, it's not the first time these children have played in floodwaters, and it likely won't be the last. As thousands of Indonesians are forced to leave their homes and belongings once again, many are asking what it will take for the authorities to act. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, Jakarta.
Up next in sports, Department of Sports continues maintenance of sporting facilities. And Osaka cruises to second Australian Open title. Stay tuned.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Welcome back. The primary purpose of maintaining sporting and recreational facilities is to ensure the safe operation and reduce the risk of injury to patrons, athletes, and employees. As such, the Department of Sports embarked on a maintenance program to upgrade the various facilities in St. Kitts. Minister of Sports, the Honorable Jonelle Powell, updated the general public on the initiative during Tuesday's February 16th edition of Leadership Matters, a virtual forum on ZIZ TV.
We would have partnered with Scabo at the Basketball City, where we would have given an entire facelift to that basketball facility in Bastille in anticipation for the upcoming start of the Scabo Basketball League.
Other improvements to be carried out at the premier basketball facility will see the resurfacing of the basketball court, replacement of backboard and rings, as well as the installation of adjustable basketball frames. Minister Powell said that works were also carried out in the Irishtown area, adding that the department is well on the way in the repair of the pavilion at the Gardens playing field. Additionally, the minister said that the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium is currently closed as maintenance, repairs, and upgrades continue in anticipation of hopefully some well-needed athletic meets that will be coming in the weeks to come. Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka wins the Australian Open, and by doing so, she has secured her 4th Grand Slam title at the age of 23. Al Jazeera's Sohail Malik reports.
She's done it again. Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka has won the Australian Open for a second time. She was up against Jennifer Brady in the final, having convincingly swept aside Serena Williams in the last round. And just like in that match, Osaka's power shots were hard to contend with. Brady didn't do herself any favours, an unforced error ultimately handing Osaka the first set. From that point, the third seed took over. She absolutely dominated the second set and raced to a 4-love lead, a far cry from the pair's last meeting in the 2020 US Open last fall, where Brady managed to win a set. The American had no such luck this time round. And after 77 minutes on court, Osaka wrapped up her 4th Grand Slam title. A special victory given all the challenges just to make the event possible due to the pandemic.
Thank you for coming and watching. It feels really incredible for me. I didn't play my last Grand Slam with fans, so just to have this energy, it really means a lot. Thank you so much for coming.
Osaka fans will be hoping there are plenty more titles to come from their favourite player, Sohail Malik, Al Jazeera.
When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines. Recapping the top stories. Foreign Minister participates in CARICOM Canada Foreign Ministers Group meeting. Farmers and fishers benefit from government assistance program. And community health team undergoing training for vaccine administration. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Scotty Hendrickson.